Hey folks, Kilt-Man here, Kilt-Man at your services. How are you all? Hope you're doing very, very well. And I hope wherever you are right now, it's drier than it is here. At the moment here, I am wearing the Spirit of Scotland tartan. Aye, the Spirit of Scotland. And going right in cahoots with the Spirit of Scotland. It's fucking pissing down. It's absolutely just relentless. And as many of you frequent and regular viewers will know, Kilt Mansion is just a series of holes. It's like Swiss cheese. Every nook, every cranny, every crevice, every crack is leaking. But don't you worry. Don't you fret. I have a strategy in place. I have already sent forth my minions into the surrounding villages and hamlets and little enclaves of peasantry to drag forth all the virgins that are still there, because there really can't be that many of them, because I keep sending my minions out to fetch me virgins, please, more. And I think the ones that are left, it's no surprise they're virgins, put it that way. But it doesn't matter, because what I'm going to do with them, I'm going to nail them to the rafters and use them as draft excluders, as waterproofing, because this is just relentless. There's leaks now where we never used to have leaks, which is fine if you're in Wales, but we're not in Wales, so no leaks here, please. Anyway, folks, I hope you're all doing very, very well. My good friend over in Las Vegas, Tony Strauss, another kilt wearer. He's wearing the kilt, he's flying the tartan in Vegas. Remember, what we do in Vegas echoes in eternity. And yeah, I can't wait to get back over there, actually. I love Vegas, it's a great place. A complete den of absolute depravity and debauchery. But that's why we love it. But Tony Strauss is part of WK Publishing, WK Books, and he's also one of the head honchos and main editor for Weng'S Cinema Magazine. It's this here. Here's a small version of it. Look at this. Weng'S Cinema Magazine. Like Mega City, you know? And this, for us guys, we love this sort of stuff. It's pure genre fare. We're talking horror, we're talking SF, fantasy, martial arts, exploitation, thriller, grindhouse. It's all here, with lots and lots of reviews and features. And this is the smaller version. There's the bigger version. Look at that. So depending on your budgetary finances, you can go for a smaller one, you can go for a bigger one. You can go for a standard edition, which would be pretty much black and white on the inside, because these are lavishly illustrated, lavishly. But if you go for the full colour one, look at this. Look. And we're talking hundreds of film reviews, essays, a great humorous editorial, and just lots of features from films all around the world. I mean, some of the Turkish videotapes, horror movies, video nasties from Turkey. What? And that Turkish Rambo rip-off is in here somewhere. There's a great big feature on wrestlers in the movies and all that kind of stuff. We talk classic horror as well and classic genre fare. There's an interview with Georgina Spelvin. Yes, that lady. More on that, maybe in a bit. But these books are fabulous. Now, Weng'S. What's that mean? What's that all about? At first I thought it was some kind of menu. I'll go for the chicken fried rice, please. And Weng'S is actually Weng. Who remembers Weng? Weng was, well, his real name, Ernesto de la Cruz. I wrote it down there because, yeah, I wasn't too sure either. And he was the greatest actor slash stuntman slash martial artist. No, hang on, no. He was the shortest actor, martial artist, stuntman from the Philippines because he was only 2'9". Or was it 9'2"? He was 2'9". Sadly, he's now deceased. But he made a lot of secret agent spy spoof parodies. But he was an accomplished martial artist. Imelda Marcos from the Philippines, yes, of the shoes. She lauded him and gave him loads of praise. And he was a great character. Little character. But he did a lot of, he was Agent 00 in a load of 007 spoofs. And so that's where the name comes from. But Weng's chop he was famous, even though he's a little fella, but his karate chop was infamous. Yeah, so Weng's chop is the name. So exploitation fans and just fans of bizarre cinema should get that joke. Now, these books come out they should be quarterly, but it does say here, I shall read this out to you, and I like this. Weng's chop is published as often as humanly possible, with lofty and futile ambitions of a quarterly schedule. But clearly, with the labour of love that goes into this, and people submitting stuff, all the writers and the reviewers who are involved in all of this, and getting these books together, it takes some doing, and especially in the last 15 months or so, 12 months, whatever, the whole COVID environment has probably changed the ramifications of publishing stuff like this. Now, these books, I've got a few of them here, and they are fabulous. I mean, look at the artwork on them as well. Look at these. The artwork on that one is by the great Julian Yates. These two are by, I'm going to have a little look now, Meg, but they're brilliant. Spaghetti westerns are in here, classic horrors. I'll have a quick run through and I'll show you some stuff. Because these, I mean, look at it. There's a lot to get your teeth into here. In this one, we have, come on now, I just saw it, where has it gone? Where's it gone? Charles Bronson, great big piece there. And there's a great big feature on the second Planet of the Apes movie, original Planet of the Apes movie, Beneath the Planet of the Apes. There's a great big feature on here. Now, I love the Apes movies. My favourite is Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. The one, everyone seems to hate that one, but I love it. I think that's scary, that one. I love it. But I love Beneath because Charlton Heston is still alive, Taylor, and he's with all the mutants, and he's going to set off the bomb at the end and destroy it. But it's all about anti-war. The guerrillas want to wage war. They want to go into the Forbidden Zone and take out the mutants who live there, any humans they can find. But the chimps, the chimpanzees, look, peace. They don't want to fight. But it is great. There's one of the mutants who live in the subways and all of that. Like, it is fantastic. What else have we got? Spaghetti westerns. There's a whole feature on spaghetti westerns. The reviews are always really good as well. And I think one of the ethos behind Weng's Chop is that they're not going to discuss films and stuff that's crap, that they don't like. So you're not going to find any negative stuff in here. Now, I know people are going to go, well, that's not being very true, is it? If you're just picking and choosing what's popular and what you like. I like to read bad reviews. Yeah, plenty of bad reviews are out there. What these books and what these writers are doing, they're celebrating things that they love. The triumph of low-budget indie movies, as well as the classics. So they're really giving it like a podium and a champion mouthpiece to sing the praises, and I love that. Most of my channel is devoted to singing the praises of stuff, be it movies, movie soundtracks, be it action figures, be it poster artwork, whatever it is. You'll find 99% of the time I'm like, this is awesome, you must get it, But occasionally, I mean, I like to rip things apart too, but I love the fact that these books are literally bound in positivity, and even the lowest of low Z grade schlock still gets, you know, a lot of airtime, a lot of page, a lot of write up, and a lot of passion goes into it, and lots and lots of lovely artwork as well, lavishly illustrated, beautifully put together. Where am I hearing you right? Where can I get these books from? Amazon. I know, I always seem to bang on about Amazon. I am the guy that keeps Amazon going in the UK. But the distribution and publication of these books is done through Amazon. So Amazon, in whatever country you want, they will, if you order these books from Amazon, they will put it all together and send it out to you. So I recommend them wholeheartedly. Let's have a little look in this one. Let's see what amazing and yet bizarre things we come. Mermaids in the movies, 70s exploitation ballyhoo for kids. Gene Simmons, actor. Rutger Hauer stuck a hand grenade in Gene Simmons' mouth in Wanted Dead or Alive. Who remembers that one? Australia's Night of Fear. Video Nasty's Hysteria. Yeah, well, that entire era is never going to leave us. If you're a fan of schlock, of exploitation, of the darker tinged cinema, the Video Nasty's craze, that entire phenomenon is just always going to be there, lurking in the background. For some people, it is, oh my God, Video Nasty's, it led to murder and death and all sorts. Oh, it's hell on earth. To others, wow, what's that list again? I've got to get that, got to get that, got to get that. So it was a collector's free-for-all, really, wasn't it? Because it just, no matter how disturbing, or in many cases, just how bad those movies were, and most of them were really, really bad. But you had to have them if you were a collector. You had a bit of a jaded palate. You wanted something which was forbidden. And these books do go into that sort of thing as well. Forbidden movies from around the world. Forgotten, jaded classics. Very disturbing movies. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff in there. What else is in this one? An interview with Frank Henenlotter, Basket Case, and Brain Damage. That's about censorship. Ingmar Bergman, Spaghetti Westerns. Jerry Lewis. Cinema franchising. Georgina Spelvin. Horror from Giorgio Ferroni. Food that attacks and kills. That is a great feature as well. Turkish trash. Highbrow versus lowbrow. Horror Rants Film Festival. Invasion of the the AI. I knew really what it was. So you can tell, you know, you've got quite a gamut of stuff there. There, of course, is the remake of Suspiria, which I've covered extensively. Huge devotee of the original. Not so much of the remake. And I really want to love that movie. I admire the artistry. I admire how they expanded it and changed it and sort of revamped it, yet set it in the same time period. But the execution of it, and really, was it worth it? I don't know. Some dark. Found is a dark, sinister movie. But what else have we got in here? We've got, Slaughter. And what's the other one? Slaughter's big rip-off. You know? So proper blaxploitation stuff as well, which is great. So you have a huge review section, and then you have all these features as well. But there's quite a hell of a lot to get into. Here's Georgina Spelvin, of course, you know, adult movies, and it's a contemporary interview with her. Well, it's a modern interview with her, and although it shies away from, you know, the more explicit of imagery. But remember her from Police Academy? Yeah. I said podium before, didn't I? She was in the podium. And who wouldn't like her on her knees in the podium? Well, maybe, I don't know, because that's the lovely Georgina now. Time waits for no man or woman. Speaking of spaghetti westerns, one of my all-time favourites, Franco Nero in Kioma. Oh my god, I reviewed that really extensively on AB forums, and I said lots about how it was a progenitor for Rambo. The hair, the BG hair that he had, the red bandana, the one-man vengeance. Oh, it is just a spaghetti western early version of John J. Rambo. And it's absolutely amazing. And it has one of the most bizarre soundtracks ever. But it is a wonderful, wonderful movie. Some more, I think you've got some lobby cards there, as you can see. There's a lot of illustrations in these books. Ingmar Bergman. So, I mean, yeah, you've got, as I say, highbrow to lowbrow. There's room for it all. And the Sin City Film Fest, which is what they organise and run, that's for independent filmmakers to put short movies in, animateds, whatever. And the one last year was fabulous. That's the first one that I'd seen. And you get coverage of them in these books as well. And it is wonderful stuff. So a real arena for creativity. So there's the interview with Frank Henenlotter and the infamous Mike Diana as well. But yeah, these are great, great books. And look, there's Rutger Hauer from Wanted Dead or Alive, and there's Gene Simmons, because he plays the terrorist in that. He's also the terrorist, the techno terrorist in the Tom Selleck Runaway, with the little spider bots and the bullets that go round corners. Jerry Goldsmith did his first all electronic score for that movie, and as much as I love Jerry Goldsmith, that was perhaps not his best score, but it's a great movie though. Linda Carter, look at that, and there's Gene Simmons in the same thing. Oh dear. Place your bets. Oh, so we're back to Vegas again, aren't we? Tombs of the Blind Dead. Oh, some great stuff there. I do love those movies. The Osorio's fantastic movies. First two being the best. And you've got a lot of Mark of the Devil, also known as Don't Open the Window. You know, there's a lot of sort of press pages and publicity and notoriety for these things as well. There's a piece there, I think I just saw, Breakfast at the Manchester Morgue, which of course is The Living Dead at the Manchester Morgue. I mentioned that only in the previous video, talking about The Evil Dead, being that was one of the films that I've seen removed from shelves during that Video Nasty furore in the UK. It's weird, the Video Nasty thing was a UK based thing, but the ripple effect travelled around the world. Obviously, with distributors in this country, specifically the guy from Palace who took The Evil Dead, and he ended up in court. The guy with Nightmares and Damaged Brain ended up in court as well. But the ripple effect would also mean that things like Maniac and Last House on the Left would get a lot of bad press again in America as well. And around Europe. I mean, they weren't just banned in this country, they were banned in other territories as well. But they've now become, well, in some examples, absolute classics of their particular genre. But, anyway, I could talk endlessly about the Video Nasties. Here's some vintage Mermaids. Look at those gals. Gals with gills. I mean, they're called flappers, aren't they? Well, they've got flippy flappers, haven't they? Mermaids, vintage mermaids. And there's a few, provocative vintage pictures there. For those of you that, when you do your little porno searches, you put in vintage or retro. But beautifully put together books, beautifully put together, beautifully bound, beautifully illustrated, fantastic cover art. As I say, you've got different versions. You've got the smaller version, which you can put in your briefcase. You can't put it in your sporran, it's still a bit too big for that. And you've got your black and white standard edition, and then you've got your gorgeous, lavish, full colour one. They are expensive, they are. The full colour one in the UK is going to set you back £27.95, maybe thereabouts anyway. But for a quarterly, in-depth magazine, that's not bad going at all. Come on, and the amount of reviews that are in there, and the amount of great sort of insight and canny opinion and just boundless enthusiasm for films which otherwise would be completely neglected. Gotta love it, gotta love it. Here's the other one. Here's the other one. Look at that. And in here, one of these has got a big feature on Quatermass. And see, there's the lengthy section on lots and lots of reviews. And the reviews are across the board. They could be vintage, they could be new, they could be brand new releases, or they could just be completely obscure things. Feature on the Valley of the Gwangi. Is it Gwangi or is it Gwangi? Who knows? Oh, look at this. Victoria Vetri. Yes, we've got some lovely prehistoric ladies there. Now, one of these, as I say, has a great feature. Here's one on it. Look, trashy Turkish treats, insanity from Istanbul. Now, these are just bizarre Turkish exploitation movies. And there's a guy here, Christos Mouroukis, who goes through his collection of VHS tapes. And you've got some really bizarre, well, you've got some classics as well. Chud, I reviewed that extensively on the channel. Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers. And he's getting these Turkish versions, which he finds in like little flea pit car boot sales and stuff like. Now, I've been down this road, maybe not in Istanbul, but I've been down this road of just perusing car boot sales and little attic sales and, as you call them in America, you know, garage sales, yard sales, and you just find a little, oh my god, that one you missed from the Video Nasty list, for example, all of a sudden, there it is, Island of Death. God. Goat sex. Drowning or being suffocated with paint gushing down your throat. Bit my idea of fun, that one, I'll be honest. I'm trying to find this thing. A lot of martial arts are in here. Again, you know, Weng'S chop, it's going to be, isn't it? Because that's they're celebrating that little pint-sized terror. And no, he's not Knick Knack in The Man with the Golden Gun. No. He's not Tattoo. Linnea Quigley. Come on. 80s Scream Queen. An absolute, you know, delicious, bodacious, boobs and blood thing on Robert Mitchum there as well. So, you know, you're going right across the board here. Drive-in movies. Texas Chainsaw appeared there. Jesus Christ Superstar. Here's Charles Bronson. Yeah. And Charlie the Mechanic. Craggy-faced, kick-ass. But awesome. The fantastical movie timeline where film mythology becomes history. So like films which they were set in a certain time period, and of course now we've gone beyond that. So you've got the likes of The Running Man, you've got the likes of, well, Halloween appears to be here as well. What's Van Helsing doing there? Bruce Lee. It would appear that I may have got the idea wrong about what that feature was about. But anyway, folks, you're getting the drift that this is A vast compendium. Here's a huge feature on Harry Dean Stanton. Look at his face there. He looks like Rupert Everett carved in stone, doesn't he? You see what I mean? You see what I'm getting at there? Big feature on Michael Reeves here, and of course Witchfinder General. Everyone's favourite enfant terrible. The Conqueror Worm. It's Matthew Hopkins, Witchfinder. He was just doing his job, and he took a great delight in it. For God's sake. Dedication. There's an engraving of the original, real Matthew Hopkins. I was going to say Vincent Price then. The real Vincent Price. Well, it must be one of the books because I can't find it. There was a feature on the Beebs original episodic version of Nigel Neal's Quatermass in the Pit, with Andre Morel playing Professor Bernard Quatermass, which is outstanding because it has more time to go into the whole saga of Hobbs Lane, and you've got that poor Bobby on the beat who gets completely unnerved because he's heard the sounds in the house, and it's just but the great idea is that we got our religion and our mythology of the devil because they're really, the Martians had little horns and looked like little demons, and it just, Nigel Neal's work on that is fabulous. Of course the Beeb did a great version, and then Hammer made 3 movies out of Quatermass with Brian Donlevy playing him in the first 2, and then of course Andrew Keir plays him in their version of Quatermass in the Pit, or 25 Million Miles to Earth, which was outstanding. But that feature, it compares the two, but obviously I think most of us prefer the Hammer version because it's full colour and it's got a hugely bombastic score and it's really, really exciting. But if you take the time to watch the Beebs original version, which you can get now, it's widely available, it goes far more in depth and it's actually incredibly creepy as well. And part of that sort of very low budget set building and lots and lots of extras moving around and some live action stuff as well, it really does work exceptionally well. So, folks, Weng'S Chop, released quarterly if they can meet the schedule, but it's widely available from Amazon. So please, I would definitely recommend it and endorse it because there's something in there for you without a doubt. Spaghetti western, martial arts, grindhouse, zombie movies, vampires, nudie bits. It's all there. So please, when you get the time, join Weng's Chop Brigade. And I'm going to see you all when I get back from Vegas.